Hello, Star Fam, and welcome back to my basement. Drink it in. It's resplendent. Today we're going to be talking about the Callisto Commission and its first iteration, and what that means for the future of the Ghostknife of Callisto. Stick around. So what is the Callisto Commission? The Callisto Commission is a governing body of the Ghostknife of Callisto. Now, for the most part here, they are going to be the touchstone to the average user and member of the Ghostknife of Callisto. People that know the game really well, people that know the tools at everyone's disposal within the org, and a little bit of the ins and outs of the game. People that are well versed in the verse. So they are going to be a good resource for just about everybody. But it's nice to see so many people that are always quick with the response to questions. So I really appreciate that, guys. We've seen some fantastic growth. If you guys have any friends that you'd like to invite to participate in what we have going on here, you're more than welcome to do so. It's been great to see how well people mesh. It really has. It's been a true pleasure. So without further ado, we're going to welcome the first 4 participants of the first iteration of the Callisto Commission. And that is Karelis, Invictus, Smurf, and Commander, none other than AlienShivers. Commander Nicolette. Yeah, too many titles. Okay, so what can we expect for the future now that we have this this group to help guide us, to keep us motivated and moving forward with the momentum that we've been experiencing? So at the end of the day, the organization here is about gaming and enjoying that kind of stuff. So I am trying to keep this stuff at a minimum, especially some of the banal, more mundane stuff. But what we're aiming to achieve here in a streamlined way is to kind of maybe put a little bit of a playbook together for how we're going to be able to react to and respond to some of the more divergent gameplay opportunities. Things where we're coming into contact with other organizations that are hostile or otherwise, or if we're looking at some of the larger group aspects of Star Citizen. Some of the Idris missions, Xeno threat, that kind of stuff. If we want to have a really coordinated effort, obviously we need to have the coordination to back that, and that's what the Callisto Commission is going to afford the group as a whole. At the end of the day, the most important strength that I see here in the group as a whole is the level of communication that we have already, and how much everybody, and the willingness to help everybody out has been exhibited. Like it's really impressive, and it's something that it's something I think we should all be pretty proud of. And it was really the founding touchstone and kind of the impetus, the guiding force, or the spirit of the group. So that's really cool to see that all come to fruition. So the future of Star Citizen is yet to really be actualized at all. You guys are aware there's a large swath of gameplay elements that are still in the pipeline. But when you look at them on a macro scale, with multiple people involved, and sort of the logistics that are going to be involved in some of the colonial outposts and things like that, if you take that step back and you get to see how these different gameplay mechanics and loops start to work together, and some of the possibilities there, it's got to be organized, right? It's got to be done in a cohesive way. So as the group starts to get larger, we can start looking at different divisions that will be headed by members of the Callisto Commission, or maybe a secondary offshoot, or you can see how quickly this needs to scale, right? And I think it's really quite doable. Now, the pace that we've been onboarding people has been fantastic from my perspective. I think we probably need to work on a few things that have been suggested, like user guides for the Discord, for instance, because it went from kind of just very slapped it together to now we have a very, in my opinion, very professional looking and very streamlined chat with little user guides out of the gate. The things like perhaps a video library for YouTube for getting our new players off the ground, or just some general FAQ stuff. Like all those kind of resources are going to benefit everybody as a whole, especially if we have a place to point people when people can't immediately answer some of the more regularly occurring questions or possible gameplay loop guides, things of that nature. So really what we're looking to do is make this as seamless a transition as possible from getting a person just out of their hab for the first time into a cockpit of one of our finer ships. That's the way I see it, because the more players that we have that are able to do that, to be that well-rounded in the game, the better off we're going to be, the more fun we're going to have, the larger scale stuff we're going to be able to achieve and really experience. So that's what the Callisto Commission is going to allow us to do, is the ability to organize that and keep things cohesive, so that we can do that more regularly and everybody actually has a good time doing it. So thank you to the first 4 that have joined us. And I'm really quite excited about the future. I hope you guys are too. I know like 315 is just around the corner, so we're going to get to see some new ships coming. We're going to do like a whole bunch of new stuff. Medical gameplay, which means salvages. There's so much. I'm not excited though. I'm not excited. It's not like Star Citizens.